Okay, we are filming. Hello and welcome to the Common Corner. This first ever video on my channel is going to be completely unedited. I am doing that because I really want to release my first video. I just want to post something in this Common Corner channel that I created a couple months ago, but I have ever since been kind of too afraid to post the videos that I have been creating and overthinking them thoroughly. So today, just now, I got this strange whim that I want to talk about my beautiful journal, my daily friend, and not edit it, not cut it in any way, and then just post it. For reference, today is, let me check, double check. Today is 14th of January, Sunday. I have so far done a bit of writing in my Hobonichi Techo Avec book. Okay, so before I jump any further, let me talk a little bit about what I wanted to do in this week's video. This first video. So why am I doing this video today? This is slightly personal, but two of my sisters, they are twins. They turned 18 yesterday. They have always inspired me to journal, and we inspire each other to do so. They are big supporters of this yet to exist channel, and I want to post something that they can journal along with me to start their 18th year of their life. So yeah, 18th year, or is this their upcoming 19th year? Well, anyway, they've just turned 18, and I think this year is a big one because they have sort of reached their independence decided by the law. So here we are. Hello to both of you. I hope that you will enjoy it. So, as the title suggests, I will be talking through my Hobonichi system. I'll talk a little bit about how it's very different from the system that I started out with. So I guess for the history, I started sort of getting back into analog archiving of things in the beginning of May last year. So it's been like 8 months now, almost 9, that I have started analog archiving of my life, almost daily journaling. And in August, I found the Hobonichi brand, and I bought their Avec because I found them in August, and then there was the Avec from July to December, so I only lost 1 month. I'll talk a little bit about how I use this, and then how I decided to go on with the Avec system, because it's the most beautiful thing that I've yet to come across in my life, in my personal planner life. And yeah, let's go from there. So from August until now, I have basically journaled almost every single day. As some of you might know, and as my sisters know, the Hobonichi Techo Cousin system has a... Oops, there's some emergency money. They have a 3-year view. They have a yearly view, which I used as an index for last year, including, I hope, can you see this? Maybe you can. Which I used as an index and to keep my reading logs and the stuff that I watched on TV, so basically films and shows. I don't have a TV, but the stuff that I watched from streaming services and stuff. Here's all the titles of my daily entries. The next page has basically the next 6 months, so 2024 6 months, the first 6 months of 2024, this I kind of use as an explorative page. So I have a couple of the stuff that is going to happen in January and April, for example. But then in November, so ignore the top part here, in November I tried some habit tracking, and this is my December habit tracking, and I actually utilize this in my journal this year to use habit tracking on the pages that show the following 6 months after the book ends. Hope that makes sense. And then the Hobonichi Techo system also has a monthly view. These are some examples of mine. And then they have a weekly view. These are some examples of mine. So these have been used very much in the same way in my current book. So I have basically my weekly timetable here, including work and university stuff. I go to medical school in London, so the schedules are sometimes quite busy. All right, so in addition to the weekly views, there is let's show an example. There are daily pages. So every single day has an allocated page, as you can see up here. This is the 10th of October, and so on. And yeah, so, and then as I said earlier, this started from July, but I only found Hobonichi on August, and the day it arrived, I think it was the 11th of August. So basically I have started to use the daily pages on a daily basis on the 11th of August, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I do. Yes, I do. So this is the first entry, the start of everything. Obviously, I then have about 40 days left of pages that I could not journal on their days because the book had not yet arrived and I had not yet found Hobonichi. So those I used in the commonplace way. Commonplacing is just a way of collecting information and thoughts about anything and everything. And this I found out, as many others on this community, I found out about commonplacing through Meghan Rhiannon, and I have her sort of sticker system here to allocate the types of entries that I've done in my commonplace. This is my 4th commonplace since May. Yes, all right, and I'll do a flip through of this another time, but I use these pages as a commonplace. And starting from 11th of August, I daily journaled in here. Of course, I collected lots of things that could also be in a commonplace, but I collected the things from those specific days. So very much memory keeping and archiving of my life here, but a flip through will follow. So that was how I completed my first ever Cousin Avec. Avec just means that it's 6 months. This is the exact same book, but for January to June I covered the front cover with this brown paper because the back is a very horrible mustard greenish, no, like neon green color, and that did not appeal to me. And I put this lovely sticker from an artist. I always forget her name, but I have her somewhere here. Oh, where is it? It's a Japanese artist. This is the same artist, but I cannot find her name now. Maybe I will find it for the next video or put it in the description. Yes, all right. So this one used in a very similar way. I'll show a little flip through of this one. So Hobonichi Cousin Avec, January to June. I have a little archival thing here. The commonplace locations. So what this means is because I still have a commonplace system going on in addition to my daily pages, because my daily pages are indeed daily archiving of my thoughts only, usually, and what happens during those days. So that's not necessarily similar to commonplacing, which includes other aspects of your life not specifically linked to the specific day or the happenings of that specific day. So in addition to this, I have these little booklets from Hobonichi, which I use as my commonplaces. So in the beginning of my Avex, I plan to just write which locations of these commonplace journals this book has taken place in. So for example, here I would start by writing 5 because this is my 5th commonplace book. But I'm quite gonna be finished with this, so then there's gonna be the 6th commonplace book, so I'm gonna keep writing 5 and 5, 6, 7, 8, however many booklets I get through while I'm in this book. So I can refer back and forth and cross-reference things in the future. I like to have little decorations everywhere just to make it feel like me. Here's the year, and here used to be 2023 and 2025, but I didn't use those on the previous book, so I just covered it with this print about Animal Crossing items. I am at the moment playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Yes. And then same way, index, film and TV log, reading log. These I have gotten from Meghan. Her Patreon has some lovely stuff, and so does her shop. I will probably learn how to link items such as that in another video, but today I'm trying to go very smoothly and just like not think about it too much because I just really want to post a video today without much pressure. All right, is it still filming? Yes, it is. All right, beautiful. So as I learned from my little trial in this book, this worked well as habit tracking. So basically I covered the months from July to December with the same ones that are in this book, so January to June, and I'm using each month to track habits. I am going to be tracking, I think for the entire time, the cups of coffee that I drink, if I get more than 7 hours of sleep, if I doom scroll on my phone, and if I drink any alcohol. My intention this year is to actually not drink any alcohol. A very personal reason for that, but yeah, so I'm looking forward for this column to always be empty. Actually I didn't fill in yesterday when I had 1 cup of coffee, did not sleep more than 7 hours, and had some difficult time doom scrolling. Today I have had 1 cup of coffee so far. I did sleep very well, and I have yet not done any doom scrolling. That's an addiction of mine and of many others, and that I'm trying to slowly heal, but with not much, not getting far just yet. So there we go. Then start my monthly pages. These are also a little bit different from the previous ones because this time I'm doing mood tracking. So there's mood tracking at the very bottom. On the side here, I'm generally having stuff that I'm planning to do for the month. I have uni-related stuff, people's birthdays. I've highlighted the movies that I go see in the cinema. And then I have a small couple sentence outline of what happened on that day. And then on top of that, I also have the weather, because I really enjoy sort of looking at the weather, what happened on the days, how those are linked then with my moods. And I'm sort of in that sort of helping myself connect a little bit more and understand myself in terms of what affects my mood exactly. And I think that's going to be helpful in the future. Yeah, I did not do, so I'm actually a day behind because yesterday was a very busy day, so I haven't done this stuff for yesterday. Maybe I'll do it later actually. Well, yeah, and then next month going on from there as normal. Then the weeklies. First week of January, and then I have just some, basically this is just used as in I have my timetable here. I have little stuff like collection of thoughts. If I didn't have enough space to write in my daily pages, I finished writing those thoughts here. If there's anything else I want to add and remember from those specific days, I decorate with just little stuff. And same here, writing some thoughts. I need to sort of finish up rounding this week up, and then next week. So you can see sort of how they fill up. I've already filled up the like timetable for next week, but they continue evolving through the weeks. That's my weeks, and then my favorite bits. Turning a page to the new year, I really enjoy that bit. A little key. I'm doing it a lot more minimalized this time around, just because I realized through the last 6 months in this book that I mainly use my daily pages to write about my day. That's called, I guess, logbooking. And if I look through my pages and I reference them to the key here, so this is in my previous book, this logbook sticker is the one that I have been using the absolute most. There's very few med school / finances type of entries, very few notes to self or quotes, but mainly actually logbooks. If there's free writing, but actually, like, if I free write in my daily page, it is about that day. So in a way, it's also a logbook. So logbook is like logging what happened on that day, my thoughts from that day as well. So I have logbook stickers, and then I have these purple stickers for the movies that I have seen, and mentioning the movies on those daily pages if I saw it on that day. So I have a lot of those. So I decided to keep it very simple, and keep this key system for my something similar actually. Keep something similar for my commonplace book, and a very simplified one for my daily pages. So here it says daily pages key rather than the commonplace key. I have a gray sticker for quotes. I have a green one for the movies, and a sort of pinkish reddish one for things that I'm writing down that I really want to be able to pinpoint and spot later on, that I want to refer back to. Alright, so those are the ones. But my daily entries are not going to be stickered just because, or like logbooks, because that's what happens every single day. So there's no need to waste stickers on that. The stickers that I'm using right now are very different from the ones that I used to use. So I used to use these sort of these kind of stickers. It's very almost running out. Just from Amazon, unfortunately. I know we don't like to support Amazon, but a poor student has got to do what a poor student's got to do. So these were, I think, like 8mm. I just typed in pastel colored index dots. Yeah, and then to get these ones, which are slightly smaller, I typed in 5mm blank index dots. So I got these ones then. They're basically white, but then you can color them in with your own stuff. And I use Muji highlighters to do these colors. You can find all of the colors in any Muji store. All right, so those are my daily pages keys. And then I guess maybe I'll talk through the system that I use kind of for my daily pages, I guess. Yeah, so for every month I like to put something there that sets the intention a little bit for the upcoming month. I like to translate the bottom text here because Hobonichi has these 3 index bullet points here that talk about the foods that are in season, then what to look forward to in this season and how to take care of yourself, and then finally I think talking about the general weather. I didn't that one just talks about it's like grey and gloomy and windy, so I did not translate that. But radishes are in season, Chinese cabbage and strawberries. They're also saying that it's the dry season, then to take care of your health. I'm currently kind of sick, so very much applicable. I have a beautiful little print from Petite Gloom, so Meghan Rhiannon on YouTube. I will be linking all of these stuff, I think, in a future video, just because, like I said earlier, this one is the trial one, the one that I just want to get out there, basically. Yes, and then I habit track with stuff from her. Honestly, I owe her everything. She's our shared queen of the journal community, the queen among many other queens. And I track my habits of doing book work, but so far I have done book work every single day of this month, so I have not yet sort of like needed to distinguish which days I haven't done book work, but I shall fill that in very soon as well. And then I'd like to do a bit more photography this month, so just a little sticker there. And I guess maybe at the end of the month I might do some reflection here on how it felt. How was the month generally? Yes. First day of the year, sort of trialing with these pages again. It's always very scary to start a new book. So yeah, I have a movie ticket from seeing The Boy and the Heron. I always rate out of 5 stars with this Hobonichi Tools and Toys. What are these called? I'm actually stallion? No. I actually don't know the name for this kind of thing, but it's a ruler and it has these little things that you can fill in. I have no idea what it's called right now, but I use this little 5-star thing here to do the review. Generally very enjoyable movie, but I think there was some weak points within it. I have a lot of opinions about it, but anyway, 3 out of 5, but still recommended to see for everyone. And then I mark that with my movies rating / thoughts sticker, the green one. And then whenever I start to read a new book, I'm going to put a little archive book sticker in that page, and I'm going to write which commonplace has the further review and further thoughts on that specific book. So as an example, this is my book number 1 out of the year, so I write that there, the dates. I have not yet finished it, and then it says that it's in my commonplace 5. Okay, let's go to my 5th commonplace. Where did I put it? Here, commonplace 5. I magically turned it to the right page. This is a little bit unfinished. It's just a welcome to the new year 2024. All of this other stuff is 2023 stuff. And then the next page, don't worry about the blank pages, these will be filled in. The next page then in commonplace 5 has the longer review on that book. So at the moment the book that I'm referring to is Osamu Dazai is No Longer Human, and I've started to write my review and thoughts on it, but I have not yet finished the book, so I want to leave a bit of space for that. And right now I'm listening to a Finnish book called Pintaremontti, but I started to listen to it, and hence I didn't realize to make a little book archive thing, but I might add that in later on. Yeah, for the 9th of January. So that's basically kind of how it works. For most of the books I have little I'm losing my words. Margin. I have margins for most of mine. And then something that I have really enjoyed is having these little boxes at the top where I write the time that I first clock in to start using the book on that day, the weather that it is at that moment, where I am, and then if there's any other information I want to write in about the setting. Yeah, and it's really funny because I think for the first 5 days or something it was raining every single day here in London, so that's really interesting. And I have been enjoying to do a little sketches here and there. Still raining, just cloudy. And then sometimes if I have a lot to write, I just don't do the margin because I just want to use up that space to write. Yeah. Still little boxes. And then it was finally sunny. It actually snowed, and then the next day was super sunny and super cold. So yeah, I actually could start putting the temperature down as well. Here is once again that not once again, for the first time I think, maybe, yeah, that sticker that and here as well, is a sticker of notations and things I want to remember. And then here I have used the gray sticker for quotations or words from others. Okay, so I actually needed to cut the video because I accidentally revealed my pen pal's address, which I have now covered. So I was basically talking that it works pretty well for me, this sticker system that I mentioned earlier. And now we're coming on to the most recent pages. Here's a beautiful picture that I received from my pen pal. I'm writing to her. She lives in the US, so it takes a long time for our letters to go back and forth, but it was beautiful to receive her letter, and I hope to write one for her very soon. And so I have that little memo, and then, for example, I had this coffee, this Japanese woman's coffee yesterday, so I have a little memo of that. And then we come on to today. So if we work on that a little bit, I have a quote from Rosalie Amber Grace that my sister sent to me, but it is a quote, and thus it is a word from others, and I will be using a grey dot for that. Maybe just placing it, I don't know. This is always so difficult. Maybe just here. Doesn't really stand out too much, but that's really okay. And was there anything else? I don't think so. I did want to put a sticker of something to keep and remember, which is my friend's address, so that I can write back to her to the correct address. All right, and I'll talk through the tools that I use for my journaling, like my cover and everything else, later, in another video. All right. So this is the page for today. I started at 10 a.m. Maybe I'll write the a.m. here. At my table, do a bit of journaling, and I think after I finish this video I'm going to upload it right away, then do a bit of journaling, and that will be it. I feel good to have now kind of gone through my system kind of quickly, kind of confusingly, but at least I started. And an idea that I just had was that I could do a couple times a week, kind of sit down and journal the page a day with me, because I have been journaling every day so far for this year, and previously, in my last year's one, I did track the days that I journal. So if we go to a day place where, so okay, here is December. December was my most inconsistent month, so there was multiple days that I actually did not journal, and it was a pain to then backfill all of those. But then the previous month in November, which is here, and I tracked the days that I journaled, and that was kind of consistent. I missed about 2 days a week, which still not too easy. I mean, not too consistent, I guess. I don't know, did I actually track October now going backwards? I might have. I did not. Okay, but I think October I basically did not miss a day. But anyway, I'm feeling very good about it all this year, this beginning of the year. It's become a very daily thing for me where I look forward to writing, which it always has been, but like the end of the year is whenever the year is coming to an end. In the past 22 years of my life, I guess, maybe not so much when I was a kid, but definitely from teenage years onwards, the ends of the years are always a bit difficult, and I'm inconsistent with everything in my life. So yes, let's see how it goes. I'm not expecting anything from myself. I'm trying to be gentle with it all, but I'm going to lean into my feeling of wanting to journal and show up for myself every day, even if it is just a couple sentences. But I have noticed intense and immense beautiful effects to my mind about journaling on a daily pages, on a daily manner, in a daily manner. As you can see, my English is a bit rusted today, but that's okay. Yes. Yeah, so I know that a lot of the people that I have talked to about journaling and analog archiving, they say that they struggle with doing it on a daily manner. So I was thinking to maybe make a few videos a week, not about anything specific, but just a simple journaling about that day together, just to enhance the feeling of, oh, it's not that difficult to write every day if it is really something that you would like to do. And what I'm actually finding these days is that even the amount of space that I have on one page is really not even enough. So that's really interesting, because I used to struggle with fulfilling a full page in this book. So there's some progress there, which is quite enjoyable to see. But yes, that's all I guess from me today. I am expecting only friends and family to watch this video, so hello to everyone, you know who I am, but I shall not reveal that to the rest of the world. You will all know me just as the person who sits in the common corner. Yeah, so I shall log back in soon, because this was really not as difficult as I thought it would be. So welcome all friends and family, and potentially new friends. It would be beautiful to make some new friends through this community, because this practice has become immensely important to me. All right, let's log out. Pen there. Oops. Goodness. Okay, sorry about that noise.